Welcome everyone to the Abysmass 2v2 tournament. It's going to be a cracker of a day today. We've got this 2v2 tournament, I think that's about 6 rounds, and we've had 66 teams that Abyss eSports has organised and got everyone signed up. Now in this first round I'm joined by Judge from Aussie Gaming TV, and we're going to be doing the whole broadcast today. How you doing, Judge?
I'm doing well, thanks for having me here.
Yeah, so the first match that we've got in this first round, we'll just be covering one match each round, is going to be Wet Noodles versus Team Fusion. Now, Judge, just looking at these lobby rank tiers, bit of a difference between them, isn't there?
Certainly is. So on the Abyss side, we've got Abyss Euphoria, who is on the Challenger tier, and Stake in Gold 2, whereas on the Fusion side, we've got Ace, who is Plat 4, and Muratsu, Plat 5. Bit of a difference on the paper there.
Yep, so into Champion Select, and it is blind pick, so we're going to be careful that we don't kind of give away what they're going to be picking. Now, you might hear my cockatiel in the background, so just sorry about that, but anyway. Looking a bit of a fire thing going on for one of the teams, and quite the long range on the other side. But what kind of picks are you interested? What kind of things are you interested in seeing?
Look, in any 2v2 comp, I always enjoy 2v2, 1v1. I always enjoy all-in teams. I like watching fights happen, everyone getting in on the action and finishing them out, closing them out by aiming for that kill. Those 2 kills to win rather than going for CS or for a tower. So if we can see some all-in comps today, I'll be very, very happy, Penguin.
Yeah, definitely. So at the moment, we can just run down for the rules a bit for you guys on the Twitch. The rules to win, the win conditions, there's 3 of them. It's kind of standard, but there's one different one. So it's 100 CS combined between the 2 of you as a win, and 2 kills as a win, and taking the turret is a win as well. And obviously you got to do it before your opponents do it back to you. So it's going to be quite a quick match, I think, with this 2v2, because I mean the All-Stars, they're playing a lot of 1v1 tournaments, and they could kind of drag on for about 10 minutes, but with 2 players working together, I think the kills could come a lot quicker.
I think you're right. Now we have seen the champs locked in here, so we can talk about them now, Penguin. For the Wet Noodles Abyss side, we do have Euphoria on Lucian and Caitlyn for Stake. Whereas on the red side, for Fusion, we have Ace on Annie and Muratsu on Brand, looking for those big stuns on that side, Penguin.
Yeah, it's quite a nice combo, actually. Saw it last year at an All-Star event that Riot was doing. And it's actually the targeted, point-and-click stun from Annie that then sets up a massive wombo combo from Brand as well. So a lot of high burst in them, and they're both taking a good night for that. But I'm not sure, are they going to be able to get in range of these 80 carries?
I think the key here, talking about the range advantage for the 80 carries, is whether or not the 80 carries can get enough damage from their poke. They're going to be looking to constantly poke the Annie and the Brand. Annie and Brand, though, also quite pokey champs. Annie can get free poke using her Q to farm minions, getting that mana back from getting the kill on each minion, and then using that Q to poke with stuns as well, setting up easy combos for Brand. So I think early on, Annie and Brand could outdamage Lucian and Caitlyn as they struggle to get itemized. But it'll be later on, 5 minutes in, if it lasts that long, that we'll see the Wet Noodle side actually coming back and taking the lead.
Yeah, with the itemization, only one player is going to get actually buy items, because as soon as 2 people die, it's game over. But
that's right.
Yeah, definitely be interesting. They get about 1,300 gold at the start. I believe that's right. Yeah. So they can 1,375 to be exact. But see what they'll do with that. I'm interested if maybe they go for a catalyst on the side of the Fire Team Fusion with the Annie and the Brand, but it's more likely than not they're going to want to get some AP. They might go for the needlessly large rod and just really aim to flash and blow up this challenger tier player and this gold player.
I think you're right there as well. I think a good idea, especially because you touched on the fact that you can't actually buy. Only one person's going to have the opportunity to buy if they die. the Fusion team's going to want to be looking to get some damage out. I mean, Annie and Brand can be quite good with their mana if you know how to use them and if you're using them well. So if they itemize for damage, getting that needlessly large rod each, they're definitely going to be able to chunk out the Wet Noodle side of Euphoria and Stake, because the AP damage, especially with their ignites, is going to be huge compared to the auto attack damage coming out of Lucian and Caitlyn. Lucian, though, is important to note, does have high base damages for an AD carry. He might be able to get some good damage off with some pokes and some combos, but if he's going to be spamming those abilities to get the damage out, he's going to be running out of mana just as fast as the Fusion team.
Yeah, and maybe quickly talk about the summoner spell choices, because there's a bunch of exhausts for Wet Noodles.
Yes, there certainly is. So Wet Noodles has taken the Flash Exhaust on Lucian, and they have Exhaust Barrier on Caitlyn. Barrier, not a bad choice, especially, although they didn't use it as a counter pick towards Brandon and Annie, because we are in blind pick. It is still a little bit of a counter. They can dodge that, or dodge some of the damage that Brandon and Annie are going to be getting out by using that barrier. Whether or not we could have had a better pick from it, whether it could have been a cleanse or something like that, might have been more advisable, but we'll have to see how well they do with the barrier anyway. On the Fusion side, though, we do have the double ignite, which is absolutely huge. I mean, you think about the tick that you're going to get from the damage from Brand, the massive chunks that you're going to get from Annie, plus the ignites, it's going to be dangerous.
Yeah, we're almost loaded in. I'm really excited to see what's going to happen here. Lucian, challenger player, but we've got an Annie full mastery on Annie, something I haven't seen before. And I'm just curious whether or not this Caitlyn is actually going to be able to survive with no flash against this heavy stun combo. But we're on to the Howling Abyss for this tournament. Round 1, match 1, Wet Noodles versus Team Fusion.
That's right, and as we see the champs moving out onto the bridge, onto the Howling Abyss, we got the Prom Queen Annie, one of my favourite Annie skins. Nice and simple, not a bit of fun. Headhunter Caitlyn as well with the Striker Lucian. Even now, important point you made is, how is Caitlyn going to survive without a flash? Well, Caitlyn does have her escape using her E, and if she's good at Caitlyn, she's going to use that E, hit the enemy champ, and get a free headshot proc off of that as well for extra damage. But Annie's spells are targeted for the most part. Her Q is targeted, and that's where most Annie players get their stun from. Other than dropping tibbers on the whole team's face and getting a group stun, it's off of that Q because it's got quite a good range and it's a targeted spell. It won't miss even if they flash. So that's what the Caitlyn and the Lucian have to be careful of here. Important to note, the purchase is made. We've got triple Dorans on both champs on the red side, looking for that early mana regeneration and the damage, whereas we've got Hex Drinkers bought by the AD carries, a very, very smart move to get that extra AD and that life-saving little shield as well when they take too much damage, Penguin.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at the abilities. They've all gone for one of each ability. Every single player's just taken 1 Q, 1 W, 1 E, so nothing too fancy there. A few auto attacks and trade of spells. Quite a slow game to start out with. You know, I was expecting the Team Fusion to come out strong and just kind of try and blow them up at the start, but maybe they're looking for that level 6, you know, knowing the flash stun from a Tibbers and even the Lucian ult's just going to do so much damage. And look at that, Stake already being chunked out by Brand.
That's right, Stake's having to pop a pot. I think Maratsu baited that as well, because he willingly stepped into the trap, made sure that Stake lined up for the headshot, and then hit his massive blow up. We have seen some mad trades come in there. Maratsu getting chunked out by both the headshot from Caitlyn, the Q, and from Lucian's Q as well through minions, and he managing to get a stun. Stake getting massive damage out on Maratsu. It's unreal. Stake's playing smart, using the bushes to his advantage on Caitlyn, getting those headshots up really quickly to be able to constantly poke with a headshot, and using those traps to his advantage.
Yeah, just whenever Brand is standing on those traps, which he shouldn't be doing so much, just kind of walking into them clumsily, he's going to take a headshot. Whoa, half health from the ace there, just coming on Stake with 2 abilities. That's the damage an Annie can do, and when they combo this Brand and Annie together, that's what they really need to be doing. They'll surely get a kill.
That's right. We've just seen Lucian use his E to dodge the brand. They're going to be looking to really draw out Ace and Maratsu. I mean, are going to be looking to draw out the evades from the blue team just to make sure that they can hit those skill shots. That brand almost landing the hit. Annie getting some damage off though as well.
Has Abyss Euphoria even taken damage yet? Has he taken a point of damage?
I don't think he has. He's been staying back, really focusing on the CS win objective here, making sure he's 15 CS and he's 21. Euphoria's been trying to make sure he gets as much farm as possible, perhaps not just for the win condition, but also Lucian getting itemized if he dies and has to go back is going to bring a lot of damage to the table for the Wet Noodles team.
Yeah, I don't think you want anyone to die just yet though. Stake taking another pillar to the face, but he has got that barrier. No flash though. I'm really interested to see the hit level 5 now and working their way towards level 6. Maybe off this wave, probably off the next one though. We'll see Team Fusion hitting level 6 on this Brand and Annie, and we're going to see some crazy fire combos coming out.
Certainly are. We have just seen a good EQ from the Caitlyn to dodge it. The ult coming in on the Brand to get some damage off. Maratu's looking low. If Euphoria pops an ult here, they could really push the tower as well. No need though on those minions. His ult's not going to do much damage on the champs this early in the game anyway, and he wants to look to conserve that mana. I mean, he's been using his abilities a lot. Oh, he's got the ult. Couple of hits on Maratsu, but nothing much. A good EQ from Stake there, but no headshot.
This is the opportunity. This is the opportunity for Fusion to go in. There's no mana on Abyss Euphoria. They're kind of missing their window right now. They need to go on now because they're just getting poked out like we saw under the turret there. I mean, what they've got is huge burst and huge combo. They've got everything up and they're not using it.
That's right. All we need to do is get a flash ult out of Annie with her stun up, stun at least one of them, and Brand will be able to chunk them out from a distance. I mean, they've got the capability, they've got the mana, certainly, and they've got the health as well, so they can really do this. I'm waiting for them to do it, but Ace has just used the Annie stun on the Q to farm up. Whether both teams going for the CS advantage here? I mean, it doesn't seem like a smart idea for Fusion, as they're behind at the moment, 39 CS to 45. I mean, we've almost hit the halfway mark for Wet Noodles.
Yeah, it looks like Fusion is just happy to farm this out. I'm not sure why they want to do that, because they are losing the CS battle. I mean, it's kind of close, 42 to 45 now in total. But I'm not too sure about the strategy from them. Another headshot, ultimate coming out from Caitlyn onto Maratsu. But yeah, just poking back and forth. They've got the zone now. They're zoning out this minion wave. And Wet Noodles losing a bit of CS here. Maybe this is going to work for them. They're just holding the stun now. Look at that zone. They can't. Wet Noodles not even able to safely walk up to these minions.
That's right. I think Wet Noodles are also acknowledging the fact that they could get chunked out and all-in by the Fusion team. I mean, Lucian, you just see him there dodging, fires a Q off through the minions, gets some damage out, and then ease back to avoid an Annie stun that's not even up. Annie didn't have her stun ready, was 2 spells away from having it up, so wouldn't have been able to generate it quick enough. And he still had to E back. He felt the need to run. So,
yeah, they're making sure they're farther enough apart so that Brand can't just run in and ult both of them. And even when he just walks up, they just walk away. They just kind of let them run at them and walk away. Taking a bit of damage there. Abyss Euphoria, I think that's the first damage he's taken this game. Another trap onto Brand. But yeah, just kind of poking back and forth, going for this farm game. It's now actually 52 from Wet Noodles into 61 from Fusion, so that's actually working now for Fusion. They are winning the CS battle.
They certainly are. They've been able to gain the advantage by zoning out the blue side, the Wet Noodles, but I don't know how much longer that's going to be able to go on for. I mean, they're going to be looking to get...
Oh, here we go! Stun onto Euphoria, has to dash away. He's still got flash available, but can't really do anything. First blood. Caitlyn low barrier actually doesn't do much, just going to pop that X Drinker as well, but unexpected. Ace flashes in, and Stake low health. They're running away now. They're not going to be able to get this turret, as Ace just blocking that hit, that ultimate. Lucian's going to come back. It's only 1 kill, so Wet Noodles still in the game.
That's right. Wet Noodles still in it. Only 50% of the win category. You know, the 2 kills.
Static
Looking
Shiv
on the Fusion side. Static Shiv on Lucian, a great buy for some extra damage and for some wave clear as well. I mean, you look at this CS advantage. You've got 60 CS to 70 here, so that's a good 10 ahead, which is at a nice wave and a half. The red team pulling in front. Fusion, we doubted them for a moment with this comp. And because they weren't going all in, but they found their opportunity, went in ham, and it paid off for them, which was quite good and worked effectively. Euphoria looking to come in now.
Oh,
getting
ultimate.
popped.
Culling Maritsu very low, just flashes out there. Euphoria takes some tower shots for his troubles. But yeah, there's no ultimates available for Brand or for Annie. So this is a time, like, Euphoria making a good play there with the culling. To go on and get these kills. Ace is going to go down. He's going for Maritsu as well. Not going to engage under that turret there, gets a little bit of dot damage on him, but they could go for this turret and go for the win.
They certainly could. Maratsu's too low to do anything. We've got the Lucian flash, Q, and the W. That's the game. The Wet Noodles have won, met the kill condition of 2 kills. GG to them.
Wet Noodles takes it out, and that's the end of round 1 coverage, but we're going to have round 2 coverage very soon. So do stick around. Now, what did you guys think of that game in the Twitch chat? Just post what you think quickly. You know, who's the MVP from that match? GG.